everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. I have nothing to talk about today. I'm just here in a very good mood, as you can all see and tell. But let me ask you, how you doing? How are you coping in this 2020? This year has been rough for most of us. I can't deny I'm part, everybody is part. It's been a hard year, but we're still surviving. We're still keeping our heads up. How have you been affected by COVID-19? Where you are, where you live, around you, the country you are. As you all know, I'm in New York State, one of the very first states to be hit by COVID-19 really bad. But by the grace of God, things are bouncing back to normal. So tell me about how yours is. And I'm going to get a topic before we finish this video. So yeah, I just got one. Adulthood stresses. Adulthood struggles and realities. Adulthood has been tough. Most of us call it a scam. We didn't know this was what it was going to be. Is adulthood scam to you? Has it been tough for you? Let's talk about it. Some of the adulthood stresses I can think about: joblessness, basically unemployment after school, sickness, financial struggles, relationship issues. That's a very, very tough one, a whole topic on its own. Addictions, abuse, among others. Let me just pick a few and let's talk about them. Let's talk about addiction, for instance. What addictions do you have? There are different forms of addictions. Some are addicted to different kind of drugs, so drug abuse. Some have habits they're addicted to that they can't stop, like shopping, hoarding. You have so many stuff in your house, it's full of clutter, and you can't dispose them, you can't give them away to somebody who needs them. You just shop. It's also an addiction. Yes, it is. We all love good stuff, but if you buy something of different color, different shades of the same thing, that is an addiction. You're addicted to shopping and you need help. There are therapists out there who will help you do that. And relationship issues. You're dating somebody for so long, you're hoping it to take you to an end. You go get together, get married or something, and issues happen and you have to break up. The fear of leaving the person is there. So some stick in and try to make it work. Some get married and run out of it. The fear of starting afresh. You've dated somebody for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Are you going to throw that away and start afresh? You had plans that you date this person, after school you're all going to get a job, you marry, live happily ever after. It doesn't happen that way. It's all part of adulthood stresses. You grow up, go to school, finish school, get a job, settle down, have kids. That's personal. Some don't, some want to, but that is the line we all think across. Then have a nice house, nice car, live happily ever after. But you realize growing up that is not the case. Some will come before the others. You end up having children before you even finish school. Or you end up having a job before you finish school. Or you end up having children before you marry. It is not a straight line as we thought. And you finish school and there's no job. You are home 2-3 years jobless, nothing to do. You keep going for interviews here and there. All these are stresses. And you look around you, your mates are working, changing jobs, traveling, doing this and that. Then you begin to question yourself. But you need to keep your hopes high. Don't give up. You might have something somebody else is lacking. You have good health, somebody is very sick. You have a job, somebody doesn't have one. You have a comfortable place you stay in, somebody doesn't have that. So we all have different crosses and different sizes. Everybody wants something. Even the richest man also wants to keep his wealth. The thought of, how am I going to keep this? They have sleepless nights thinking, how am I going to get more money? How am I going to invest it? What else can I do? All these things give others headache. It's also stresses. Too much money. Oh, how do I spend it? It's also a headache. Yes. Too much money. How do I spend it? What do I spend it on? You keep yearning for more. All these things can stress you out. But luckily, there are people around who can help you. Talk to somebody. Seek help. Seek therapy. Find ways to adjust and balance your life. Celebrate every moment. You can do something little. Take a 2-week course. It's worth celebrating because you got an opportunity somebody didn't get. Encourage yourself. Make good use of every moment. Adulthood is struggle. It doesn't pertain to you alone. Here you are with a very nice plan. Oh, I'll get married, have 2 kids, do this and that and that. And you realize you have 3 kids. And you are not married. That alone can stress you out. People begin to settle for other things just because this is what they wanted to do by this age. Giving yourself timeline puts pressure on you. You're schooling abroad, so far away from home. People don't understand you're a student abroad. People are calling you from back home, asking you stuff. Send me this, send me this. They don't understand you're trying to survive, learn a new culture, mingle with new people and all that. There's so much pressure on you. You save up a little money to do something, you get a call from somebody, oh, my child is sick, I've lost my job, I need to bury my dad, and all those things. You have a sick family member you're taking care of. Your plan was to move to a different area, relocate. But here lies the case, your sister is sick, and they need someone to take care of them. Are you going to be selfish and move and go and be living your best life while your sister is sick? All these are stresses. So we all have them in different forms. What your stressor is might not be what is stressing somebody else. You have this nice business idea, you've invested money into it, and all of a sudden, the company runs bankrupt, the company collapses, you've lost your investment, you've lost your money. It's all going to give you a headache. There are so many women having issues medically. That is a topic for another day. I'm going to have a medical doctor on board for us to talk about such issues. Dysmenorrhea, amenorrhea, you're not having your menses at all, it's irregular, you're having fibroids, infertility, a whole lot of issues we need to talk about as women. Our culture, our upbringing doesn't let us come out and talk about those things. But the more you talk about them to a medical person, a qualified person, an expert, then you seek help. So you need to find a social group, a support group, people with the same issue who would understand you better and help you cope with life. A problem shared is a problem half solved, but you should know who you're sharing with as well, because some have no solution for you anyway. So there are different stresses, different stresses: addiction, child abuse, marital issues, infertility, educational problems, learning disabilities. You have a special child at home, you can't work full-time because you have to care for that child 24/7. Everybody's going through something. You have money you've invested and you've lost it, or you have too much money, you're thinking of how to spend it. Yet too much money can also be a problem. You're thinking of, how am I going to invest this money? Where am I going to put this money in? And you invest it and it rips for you. You're like, oh my God, what do I want to buy? You bought a car, now you just want to buy a jet. You want to fly the world. You're doing all that and you're still not satisfied. What are your stresses? Leave comments below, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and I'll meet you again in the next video. The name still remains Priscilla Kuma. Bye.